it's me, Noble, the Noble One.
And we're back. No, this is new. We're starting a channel called Sacred Relating, and this is our first episode. And but this channel over here is about making life better, man. Making life better and showing y'all how we can apply our energy in real time and have good relationships. You can have the love that you want for yourself, but it's gonna take work. And there's some things that you kind of need to know, like some frameworks that will really help that I wish I knew.
Just
but
a little bit.
Yeah.
Little foundational stuff.
Yeah, foundational stuff, because we were not taught how to choose. I can't speak for everybody, but for most people, the majority of us, we weren't taught how to choose. The criteria that we picked was crazy. Situationships turn long term, and like you just kind of hear situations. And then there's people who have grown over their relationship. They're not the same person they were, and their partner's not growing with them, and it's just not quite aligning anymore. You know, so.
And when we're stuck in expectations of what we think we should be as a man, what we think we should be as a woman, and we're not really remembering that, you know, we're coming, our previous generations, our parents, they're all coming out of like survival-based relationships.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a new era.
This is a new era where women have more, like my mother was born in the 1960s. My grandmother was born in 1924. Yeah. The differences of opportunities that those women had from women that have today, it's insane. You know what I'm saying? So because women have more options and abilities to do things right now, it tips the scales to where they're not relegated to a particular role within a household, within a relationship. You know, you can be there, but you don't have to be.
You don't have to be there. Right. And like this new world it's different. You know, it's kind of hard to navigate. There's a lot of things that, just even with like technology, you get to see way more information than you ever would have back in the day. So like, there's things that get in the way and skew and influence how we think and choose. So you know, we have this man versus woman thing that's like insane right now. It's all out war, the bros versus the females, dog. It's crazy.
No, they're on the same team and they understand it, man. It's crazy.
We on the same team, family.
I think about sometimes how the amount of women that I have access to see on my phone, right? Compared to what my dad had in the 80s. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's your neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? It's just what you got in the neighborhood.
Unless you went to the military. But other than that, you knew who was in your area. Bro.
And they don't really know more than you know for the most part. You know what I'm saying? So we were kind of taught, I know I was taught as a Southern Baptist, just how to do things by the biblical way, but not really knowing how to do things. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like there was no real philosophy behind what it meant to actually relate that I was really taught in my journey growing up as a Christian.
I mean, even to that point, the relating part was like secondary. Yeah. You know, like if y'all happen to get along, great. You know? Like each other at first, maybe some enough for whatever to happen, but
as long as you stay together for the kids.
Stay together for the kids, and that's what you're supposed to do. And you know, and this goes in the whole conversation about traditional relationships, which I'm not opposed to or whatever. I'm just saying that people just been lying. People be cheating for however many years, and I don't know why that's still like keeping it. I'm not going to get into it.
That's a different episode.
I'm not going to get into it.
But the main thing we're saying now is that that's really enough about the problem. What we're talking about is the solution. Yeah. Right. We're talking about what we're doing with the incredible talents that she brings to the table in terms of this energy work, this openness stuff, the orgasm, the transmutation of energy and how it can permeate different aspects of your life from the pleasure centers and taking on that fuel and that energy and giving you a framework structure to put it in so that you can intentionally engineer your identity of who you want to be.
Absolutely.
Right? So that way you can like turn yourself into the best version of yourself. Right? Because once you understand the feminine flow and energy of what it is that you're, doing and can do with your life and can do as a person and having a structure to filter it through, gives you access to both masculine and the feminine and the creativity that that is life itself, right?
And that actually makes me want to bring up like that's why I feel like Black people should learn Tantra. It's not a religious thing; it's more so this framework that he's talking about to help us put our identity in, how to deal with certain things, how to use the energy that comes with it. Because at the moment, y'all might only know your energy from when you get mad, right? Or how people are treating you or something. Like you're using the term willy-nilly, but you kind of understand what it is. But what if you could really use that to enhance all the things that you're doing? Like if you are a hairstylist, you come up with the best styles, the craziest creativity in your styles, how you do it, or the way you touch people's head. You give them a whole different kind of experience than just somebody just plucking and braiding. You see what I'm saying? Or you're singing. You can touch people with your music in a whole different way. Like energy is for everything to be done. I mean, it's to be applied to everything. Is what I'm trying to say.
Right.
Yeah.
And again, taking that energy that applies to everything and being able to have a lens, it's kind of like giving yourself some glasses to make it a little bit more refined so that you can understand what everything is, where to put it, how to move it, how to pull in what you want and push away what you don't want.
Yeah.
Right? So that's what we're going to be doing with the Circulating Channel. And we have a whole class set up that we're going to be doing because Adara already has set up her Magic School Bus. Tell about my school bus, man.
The Magic School Bus community is my school community, and it is an opportunity for us to be consciousness explorers, to level up life through self-discovery, pleasure, and power, which is the keys of my brand and what I'm trying to help everybody achieve: self-discovery, pleasure, power. The work we do gives you healing, pleasure, enlightenment. Right? Because there's enough people talking about how hard life is. We understand life is hard, but what do we do to make it lighter, make it smoother, make it something enjoyable, right? So, pleasure is power. You have pleasurable relationships, even if it's with yourself and just with the world and nature. Like, this is not necessarily based on getting people together all the time. Yeah, y'all are going to come together because you can't help it, right? Once y'all start putting certain things that we share into play, you're going to attract people. People are going to want to be around you. You know, people are going to be drawn to your energy in the best ways. But it's up to you then to learn how to protect that energy and to apply it where it needs to so you can benefit. You know? You can benefit. It's good stuff, fam. It's good stuff.
Yeah.
So, that's the Magic School Bus community. That's what we're doing in there.
Yes.
So
it's already up.
It's already up.
Link is in the comments.
So it's called Magic School Bus because my students, they actually call me Miss Frizzle, and they come to the retreats and stuff. They're expecting to have like regular, let's do some yoga in the yard, let's eat some fruit and make some wraps and stuff. No, like they're having full blown other dimensional experiences. Like I remember I walked past the stove at the last retreat and the stove just popped on. Like people was it's just crazy. It's just crazy. They just kind of got to be there. I can't explain it. You just got to come.
We're going to find out how to be there.
That's
dope.
Yeah,
I like it.
Yeah.
But we'll get what you're doing with the school and whatnot and the classes. There's a lot of content and whatnot on there. What we're going to also be doing, again, the content she has on there now is all geared towards everything about the energy and the transmutation and having that whole fuel. What I'm going to be doing as a relationship strategist is bringing the structure framework that I have, which is 7 different archetypes I learned from my time in various coaching backgrounds. And I'm going to give everybody a strategy for how to best maneuver that energy that you're going to be getting and experiencing and tapping into, right? And it's going to be able to work specifically with your relationships to help stabilize those relationships into something solid that you feel good about, regardless of your positioning, what it is you're doing. She's going to help you to find your authentic self and experience that. And I'm going to help give you a framework to how you can feel good about your authentic self. Because it can be really rough meeting it sometimes. Because it's like, that's not who I thought I was. You know what I'm saying? And then it's like you see something different. It's like, well, how do you move forward?
Yeah.
How do you move forward? Because and you're also dealing with other people because you're in a relationship.
Yeah.
So how do you move forward with some consistency instead of saying, F how you feel, this is who I am now.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? How do you navigate all of that? And that's what I'm going to be bringing with the framework that I'm doing.
I love it. So what does that look like? You just gave a couple examples of like, F your feelings is what I say kind of thing. But like, for people who aren't in relationships yet, this?
People who aren't in relationships yet, this helps you to get clear on, first off, who you are and who you want to be and who you have been. So we'll be able to go through your life and whatnot as I tell you the different archetypes, so you can see like, all right, this is how I've acted in the past. This is how I act in the future, if they're consistent or not. And you can say, well, this is how I want to be. I'm going to show you how to build yourself into who you want to be. Because once you do that, if you're single right now, it's because, and you don't want to be single, it's because you haven't become the person that you need to be to get into a relationship that you want. Right? Or you're getting a bunch of trash relationships, or you're getting a bunch of stuff that don't feel good. You know, people showing up that are seem hollow and just not really. It is not it, right? Yeah. If you're looking for a relationship and you want to get what's it, then you have to be it, what it is on the opposite end. And you have to understand who you are. And what I do is I use metaphysical principles and conducted a framework to where, yes, it's cloudy and in the sky information, but I put it on the ground and make it practical for you. Right? I subvert your cognitive dissonance in terms of what you may think things are, may you think who you are, and show you with your own life record and your own information about yourself, you know, what's really going on in your life and what will really be best for you in a relationship.
Well, that makes me think about, like, when I was single, before I met the guy I'm with now, my partner, I was single for like 7-8 years. A part of it was like trying to heal. The other part was me doing my own thing. The other part was looking for somebody. Right. And I consciously did say that I want to be the type of person that I want to date. So I was like, if I want to date myself, then other people probably would too. Right. But it makes me want to ask, do you think, in your personal opinion, that most relationships don't work because they're the wrong archetypes playing the wrong roles, or there's just dynamic issues within it, and most people are in the right archetype thing?
I think most people tend to find like you are already in the right archetypes, playing the right roles, but you have wrong expectations. Okay. About what you think your role should be. Okay. So therefore, you're not actually doing it optimally, or you're complaining about it, or you're like mad at the person for not doing something differently because your expectations are different.
Give me an example.
Being the woman who starts her own business, you're paying all your bills yourself, you got investments and all this stuff, and you want somebody to take you away and make you a housewife and pay for everything, to only find out that you really can't be submissive in a certain way to attract somebody who will want who you are, because you're already built yourself into a more dynamic, business-focused woman. Yeah. And you're looking for a man to kind of outdo you. Like, you built yourself here, I'm at 100K or whatever. Yeah. I need a man who's making at least what I make or more. Yeah. You know. Yeah. Because you feel like that's going to give you some level of security. But you're already secure because you're already are doing that part. You know. So it's understanding if that's you, you know, if that's who you are. Like somebody like, you know, some of the people on YouTube would tell you, you have to change. You have to be a different type of woman. Nobody cares about your degrees. Nobody cares about your accomplishments and all that stuff. That's just not true. You don't have to change to get into a relationship, but you do have to change your expectations of what your counterpart would be. Okay.
This brings up some questions for me. How realistic do you think it is for a career-focused businesswoman to switch into a housewife role? Like, do you even think that that's something she would even be fulfilled in, or you know what I mean? Like,
I think that she would think she would be. I think she would get one until she got bored. Until she got bored. Like after she's changed so many diapers and seen the same episode of Bluey like 500 times. Then she'll start thinking about like, you know, things that she had and she wanted to do. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it was like an unrealized dream that she sacrificed or something like that, or it would be difficult because if you build yourself up to that certain level, that means you had a mission. Yeah, you felt like you had a purpose. Right. You were building towards something. You were birthing something. Right. And I think it's rare for people to birth something, have that mentality, and then be willing to let it go
really quickly. Yeah.
Or at least even if they're letting go, that also means letting go of not just the thing they built, but letting go of control in multiple facets of their life. Yeah, that's the thing. Like they think that, I can let this part go, but then you don't understand that actually means, you're actually letting go of control. Yeah. Because now this guy's You know what I'm saying? Like, and you haven't really had that experience maybe because you've had control to build what you've built.
Yeah, that's real. That's real. Because like, even in asking for certain things, you have to come to terms with what it is that you actually ask for and what that means fully. So some people might say, oh, I want a man that's going to be supportive of my goals and dreams and hopes and stuff like that. And then when he is actually listening for your opinion, but you're too tired of giving opinions, and you're too tired of like making decisions, and he's waiting for you to, you know what I mean? He's trying to see what direction you need him to fulfill next, right?
So you can support.
Yeah, you're like, nigga, come up with something yourself. Like, I'm tired of making decisions. This is that, but that's kind of the quality you have to be a supportive man of a woman's career and stuff like that, because especially your kids and stuff like that, and they're not in daycare and all this other stuff.
He can't be telling you he's going to support you.
Yeah,
if he don't know what it is you need support with.
yes, and you haven't seen him in this role, and you don't really know his makeup to say this is how you're supposed to support me. And honestly, sometimes we don't even know fully what we need. You know, and guys too, we don't know fully what we need, so we don't know what to ask for. There's times when you can't ask for what it is. They just show up with it. It's like, I didn't even know I needed this part. You know, you're trying to fix something. You just look over your shoulder. You know you got that backwards. Yeah. You didn't even know. Like, you really... You see what I'm saying? So, like, the supportive aspect and comes in so many different ways. And you're like, dang, I did ask for this. And because he's this way, I'm able to X, Y, and Z, or I feel X, Y, Z, which I actually want. I just didn't know it was going to come like this, which is not bad. But not the way I would have chosen to do it. Because you're a control freak, bitch. That's why. That's the problem.
Right. She said it. I ain't said it.
That's the problem. Like when you look at yourself, you boil it down, and like, just saying what you're saying. I'm just thinking in myself in my own life. Why am I mad that he is fulfilling the outcome I'm looking for in a way that I didn't dictate, but I'm tired of dictating, and I wish that he would take the lead. Like, what kind of mind? I see myself.
So, by getting into the class of sacred relating, you too can see yourself. I spent a good 10 minutes talking to her about this, and now she feels she's seeing some light.
I'm seeing some light. You know, and I'm pretty good at this shit. I am.
Yeah, she's dope at it.
Yeah.
So, again, like that's what we're going to be doing, and that's the part that I'm going to bring in as a relationship strategist. Giving you a framework, a map, a strategy to be able to, again, see who you've been, see yourself now, and see if you do want to transition, what that looks like.
Yeah.
Transition into a different energy, to a different reality of relationships. Well, what is the reality of what it means to do that across the board?
Yeah.
Not just the stuff that looks good or you think would be good. Well, what about the rest of it? Okay. And by doing that with a clear picture, you'll be able to have, again, I give you two different paths, which I'll explain more in the class. But you have two different paths you can go with. That is for men and women. So there's 4 total, 2 for men, 2 for women. And once you decide, it's you're
unfolding, baby.
You're in there.
And that's where the energy matters, dog.
Right. And you'll decide pretty quickly. Within doing the first class, you'll know, for the most part, where you want to go, where you're at, what you want to do, right? And then you'll begin, as we go in and teach, you'll understand the reality of it. And I make things, again, super simple. We're going to have a lot of conversations in the community in there to where I'll be very active and I'll be able to answer your questions and whatnot.
Yeah. It's be very personable. Very intimate space, because this stuff is not really easy. It's fun to talk about, but when you're living it in real life and it's painful and it's throwing you off, like, you need some support, you need some community.
Do you find that when you do work on people who may be going through relationship challenges, that the services that you render almost become like a, not an escape, but kind of an escape, but like a, helps them to see more clearly what it is that they really want.
Definitely. It absolutely helps with clarity. Most people, when they get it, they're like, I know what I need to do. Or I understand this better. So most of our problems come from perspective issue, right? A lot of our arguments, and we're two people talking about two different things that probably didn't even happen, you know? And there's just a confusion. When somebody breaks up with you, you don't really understand why. Why did they leave? Why did they cheat? Why? Am I unlovable? Why, God? And when we start getting this clarity and a recentering of our self, like I don't want to say consciousness, because what does that really mean? But like, I feel like myself again, and because I feel like myself, I can make a better decision. Because before, I felt like myself with them, or I felt like the person they said I should be, or this. But when we get re-regulated and balanced back out and grounded back in, like for real, attached back to our little bodies. Our bodies, not the one he said he didn't like or she said she didn't like because of X, Y, and Z, but our real bodies, then we're able to make real decisions and we can't feel manipulated. You see what I'm saying? Like, this is a whole taking your power back situation, because manipulation is it's all about energy. You see what I'm saying? They're trying to get you to move a certain type of way, feel a certain type of way, just be wrapped around their finger for what reason? To satisfy a feeling that they have so that they feel powerful. You understand? They're trying to feel powerful by taking yours away, making you feel weak and this and that. Who knows why? I'm not going to say because they're powerless. Maybe because they're just good at it and they're sick fucks. Like, that's a part of it, right? But regardless, when you start having these frameworks that we're providing, the relating framework, the strategy, you know what I mean? The strategy of it. Yeah. And then the understanding of your energy and the strategy of how to use it based off your own design. You know, like we talk about how we create our own universe, but I created it. I don't even understand it. What's happening? You know, like
what do I do with it? I caught the car. What do I do?
Yeah. But like, no, there's a way that we actually do this. So what I like to bring on this channel and the Adara Moselle channel is how we actually live life. Because I'll be honest with y'all, all my plans in life did not work the way I figured. And when I sat back and I was like, what am I going to do? I thought about, I could be a doctor, I could be a lawyer, I could be whatever else, a banker, whatever. But at the end of the day, those people are still going to life coaches. You see what I'm saying? Life does not get easier because of your money, because of your education, because of this or that. Emotions beat everybody up. Everybody be drinking themselves to sleep half the time. You see what I'm saying? So being able to, so I said I want to get good at living life. I want to master the art of living. And energy is required. Relating is required. And being able to produce is required. These things. And none of them are easy. They all take self-work. They all take discipline. None of the sexy things. But when you do these things, shit gets real sexy and real fun. And like the energy that you put towards looking for a mate is not in vain. You know what you're looking for. It may not be like that list of 6'3", this, that, you know, BMW. It may not be that. But it's going to be something that's like mentally stable, at least reasonably sane, willing to say that they're wrong sometimes.
Willing to try.
You know, actually wants you to be happy.
Oh, yeah.
You know, high value.
It's amazing. High value.
They want you to be happy, Daddy. You know?
I like it.
You can't lose, man. You can't lose.
Can't lose.